Most people live their entire lives thinking they are victims of the world. That pain comes from outside, from people, from circumstances, from betrayal or failure. But this is only a surface illusion. The truth is much deeper, and once seen clearly, it changes everything. Carl Jung teaches that no one can truly hurt you unless you have given them the power to do so, and that power is given through your unconscious wounds, your unexamined fears, and the parts of yourself you have not yet made peace with. When you are unaware of your inner shadow, the repressed emotions, the denied memories, the unloved parts of yourself, you become fragile. A word can shatter you. A glance can disturb your peace. A rejection can feel like death. But when you begin to face the shadow and integrate it, something incredible happens. You become whole. You are no longer chasing validation from others or fearing their opinions. What they say or do no longer defines your worth. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That means your emotional pain, your suffering, is not just about external events. It is your psyche's call for integration. Every betrayal is a lesson in self-trust. Every loss is a mirror showing what you are clinging to. Every insult is a test of how deeply you've accepted yourself. The journey of becoming untouchable isn't about becoming hard or cold. It's about becoming aware. True strength is not the absence of emotion. It is the ability to sit with it, to feel pain fully, and yet not be destroyed by it. The one who cannot be hurt is not the one who avoids life, but the one who embraces it with eyes wide open, who knows that everything is a teacher. Carl Jung believed that individuation, the process of becoming your full self, was the only path to inner peace. And on that path, the opinions of others become noise, not commands. The past becomes information, not a prison. The future becomes possibility, not fear. You no longer react from wounds, but respond from wisdom. You stop needing protection, because you have become your own sanctuary. This is not the easy path. It is the path of the warrior, the inner explorer, the one who dares to ask, "Why does this hurt me?" and then has the courage to sit in silence until the answer rises from within. You heal not by running from pain, but by turning toward it, again and again, until it has no power left. And when that moment comes, something profound changes. The world can no longer hurt you, because there is nothing left inside you that agrees to be hurt. To become whole is to become free. Free from needing to be liked, free from fearing abandonment, free from the illusion that someone else holds the key to your happiness. You realize nothing and nobody will ever hurt you again. Not because life is kind, but because you have become conscious. You now stand, not in armor, but in clarity, not in defense, but in truth. And what happens next is even more surprising. You begin to feel compassion, even toward those who once hurt you. You see their pain clearly. You see that their cruelty was unconscious, that their rejection was their own fear, that their betrayal was their own avoidance of self. You do not excuse the behavior, but you are no longer imprisoned by it, because you are free. And freedom transforms pain into wisdom. This is what Jung called the alchemical process of the soul, turning lead into gold, turning wounds into wisdom, not by pretending the darkness isn't there, but by walking directly into it and finding light. This is how you become someone who can love deeply and yet never lose yourself, who can be alone but never lonely, who can face the storm and still remain centered. Every day the world will test you. Someone will offend you. Someone will offend you. Someone will misunderstand you. Someone will leave you. But if you've done the inner work, you'll feel the waves, but you won't drown. You'll hurt, but you'll heal faster. You'll fall, but with every fall, your soul will become stronger, more resilient, more whole. So how do you begin this journey? It starts with one question: where am I still reacting from pain instead of responding from presence? Watch your life. Watch your relationships. Watch your emotions. Each trigger is a doorway to healing. Every emotional storm is an invitation to rise above old patterns. And each time you choose consciousness over reaction, awareness over fear, you reclaim a piece of yourself. Slowly, you begin to understand something life-changing. Most people are still asleep. They are reacting from wounds they've never looked at. They blame, they lie, they manipulate, not because they are evil, but because they are unconscious. You begin to separate yourself from their projections. You stop taking things personally, and the less you take personally, the more you reclaim your inner peace. Jung reminds us that the pain we carry is not just personal, it is ancestral. You are not only healing for yourself, but for generations before you who never had the tools or the voice to break the cycle. Every time you face what your parents ran from, every time you speak what was silenced in your family, you are doing sacred work. You are ending inherited suffering. Eventually, you stop waiting for others to give you closure. You stop needing apologies. You stop replaying old wounds, because you've realized the real closure was always inside you. You were never broken. You were only unaware, and now you are awake. This awakening is not loud. It is quiet, like the sound of water flowing in the distance, like the moment the sun rises, but the world is still asleep. You realize that peace is not something you find. It is something you return to, once you've stopped running. And once you find that peace, you begin to live differently. You don't rush anymore. You don't chase people who don't value you. You don't try to change others. You don't react to chaos with chaos. You simply observe, you understand, and you choose peace, again and again. That's when you know, nothing and nobody will ever hurt you again, because the real you, the whole you, cannot be touched by temporary storms. You are not the wound anymore. You are the healer. You are not the victim anymore. You are the observer. You are not the child longing for love. You are the adult who has become love itself.